yet again back with one more again, another video. And in today's video, we're just going to have a general NBA discussion because there's a lot of news that dropped over the last maybe week or so. So we're just going to go ahead and get into that. And joining me in this video today is my kinfolk, one half of the Jay and Will show. It's my boy Will. What's up, man?
Hey, man. How's it doing?
Man, enjoying this Saturday off.
Yeah.
We, like I said, had a lot of news, man, that dropped about the NBA.
Yeah.
The first one we're gonna get into, man, we're gonna talk about the start of the NBA season. Supposedly, the NBA season, man, they're talking about it starting around December 25th of Christmas.
Yeah, that's
I don't know about that start date, man. I think that's a little too soon.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I think I generally like the idea of them starting around not just because we black, but Martin Luther King Day to kind of give it a little more time.
Yeah.
A little more time to get everything prepared or whatever. But the basketball fan in me, I guess I do want the start as soon as possible. But for the players' benefit, you know what I'm saying, that I think that would have been a better time. I'm guessing now the whole fans being in the stadium, the seats and stuff. I guess that's I don't think it's completely out the question, but I think it's to the point like they're not gonna just wait for that. That they're gonna try to go ahead and get everything started. Because they want to try to start as much as possible toward the original start that they normally start at or whatever.
Yeah.
And so with them starting in December, there's also talks that they're going to do a 2-week hiatus with no All-Star game. I don't know if I like that one, but I mean, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. You know what I'm saying? Because the All-Star game's kind of, it's been hit or miss. You know what I mean? But what you think about all that?
I think it's too early. I like the mid-January, mid to late January around MLK Day.
Right.
I think that would have been better because that's usually, like, I know the Christmas Day for NBA is a huge day.
Yeah.
But MLK Day is as well. They have a slate of games on the day as well. And I feel like that will be right around their normal 3.5 month break before the season start back up, like they would typically do.
Mm-hmm.
And so with them starting back up at the end of December, those teams that went on the deep playoff run, like your Lakers, the Heat, Utah, Boston, like they're early on in the season, it might be a struggle for them because they're going to have to basically pay attention to their playing time just because there's been such a short off season. They had the long break with the lockdown and then played the playoff, but you still did a legit playoff run. So that to me it seems pretty short. I do like the idea of them shortening the season, talking about 72. Or right around 72 games. To me, that's good. I think they should shorten the season anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, 82 games is stupid long. But being able, I think what they should do is just start it in January and then like the next season start getting it closer and closer back to the normal startup time. But I think it's that December, end of December just seems too early.
Yeah, because they were saying that a lot of people were saying that they are scared that the NFL is going to take over December, and it's like, I think they're worried about December. There's more Thanksgiving. There's Thanksgiving. NBA is December. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, what you were saying about the 72 game thing, man, like that's something they've been talking about anyway for a long time. And because I feel like 82 games because everybody kind of starts. People either only tune in right after the end of the football season, or they kind of start phasing out a little bit towards the end, like right after All-Star break.
Yeah.
So them having 72, man, I feel like that'll cut back on load management and all that stuff, man, and just make the games a little bit more interesting, man, having a little bit more to play for.
Yeah.
One more thing too that they said they were going to do with this new season, they're going to go ahead and keep the play-in tournament like they did for the bubble.
Yeah,
so I think that was something we already kind of figured they were going to do.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean that the very first play-in tournament, man, was very, very entertaining. You know what I mean? Both
Yeah.
teams were playing their butts off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea. But I'm with you. I kind of wish they had moved it back to January. But I mean, but on the flip side of that too, because they teams like Atlanta and them haven't played in so long, man.
Yeah. That's
That's gonna
true.
be yeah, you know what I mean. I think they did that a little bit more for their benefit too.
Yeah.
Um,
They
and then
middle
kind of
ground.
have that which one is worse? Is it them sitting out for so long, or is it LeBron and them just not coming off a championship or whatever, and they're not going to have as much time as everybody else to rest?
Yeah.
I know right now, those teams are they have like little mini camps going on right now to kind of get
Yeah.
their legs back together and under them and all that stuff, and kind of get themselves going to
Yeah.
prepare for the next season. So are you okay with the All Star game being canceled if they decide to go that route?
Yeah. It's like for me, I don't pay too much attention to All Star Weekend. Like
Right,
I'll keep my eye out on like this year I did.
because of Luca.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It was
yeah,
only because of Luca. Outside of Luca, I more than likely wouldn't have really watched much All Star Weekend. But
facts.
yeah, it was primarily Luca. It's because like the dunk contest hadn't been the same. They've been cheating. Oh boy, I forgot his name. They've been cheating him out of two dunk contests. Was it Levine or
Oh no, it was
uh,
Aaron Gordon.
Gordon? Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's been getting cheated out of. So one, I wouldn't mind them dropping that off, especially with the fact that they're going to do the play-in tournament. So
yeah.
I think it's it's a win going with the play-in tournament instead of doing the All Star weekend.
Let me ask you a question, bro. What would make the All Star weekend entertaining? I mean, like make it respectable again. I guess you could say. Because when we were kids, man,
Yeah.
that was the
Well.
lick right there, man. Now it's just like, nobody really plays defense anymore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They go out there, the score will be like 200 to 200. You know what I mean? It's just, it ain't the same anymore, man. I remember those days when I know the famous, I can't remember what year it was, but the year like when Iverson and Stephon Marbury helped lead the comeback for the East,
Yeah.
against the West. Like I remember games like that. You know what I mean? And they don't have those type of games no more, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know they tried to switch it up this past season with with the passing of Kobe and his daughter.
Yeah.
Tried to make it to where like they did by each quarter, and
Mm,
that was a little bit more entertaining. You know what I mean? But I just
yeah.
feel like it shouldn't be gimmicky just to kind of make it appealing to everybody, man. They got to find a different way to make it appealing. Because
Yeah.
now, if it goes down this road, man, it's going to turn into the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm saying
And
nobody watches the Pro
nobody
Bowl.
wants that.
Exactly. And so I don't know. I'm on the fence, but I'm leaning more towards you know what, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like but still give the people the like still have the voting and all that stuff. But you don't
Yeah.
have to necessarily have a game. So that way that year you could say, oh, he would have been an all-star or whatever. And
Yeah.
so or for, just like the same way you do with the first team and defense and all that stuff. Still go ahead and have the
Yeah.
voting or whatever and kind of have that in there.
Yeah.
Um
Well, I would think that they would still have to do that because a lot of people contracts are tied
right,
with
right,
all star ballots and
right.
votes and things like that. So I
Exactly.
think, yeah, I agree. They should still do the votes just
Right.
because of that.
Exactly. 100% right. Um, so let me go ahead and move to something else, man, with the NBA. So I know you guys out there have been hearing about the coaching carousel that's been going on.
Yeah.
Um, Ty Lue had just signed his 5-year deal with the Clippers. Man, just kind of give me your overall opinion about that, man. Do you like that move? Do you not like that move?
I mean, for him, it's a good move because of he's a good coach. I think he'll be able to rope them in. It's dangerous just because what we talked about last time.
Right, with the contracts and
You have these big contracts. You don't have any draft picks for the future. This basically within this, he's basically in a 1 to 2 year window. So
right,
yes, he signed a 5 year deal, but it's 1 to 2 year window because at the end of this year, you could potentially lose both Paul George and Kawhi.
right,
So if you end up losing them off jump, you're going to be struggling after that. So that's why I say like this year they have to do something big just so that they'll be able to bring those two back and then being able to continue run, especially since you don't have any draft picks. You won't
Nope.
be able. The only way you'll be able to build up the team is by trades. So, and that can turn pretty ugly pretty fast. So it's going to be pretty interesting. But for him, yeah, I think he has a chance to shock the world as far as how good of a coaching job he can do. Being able to get them focused
Yeah.
on the prize, because it seemed like they wasn't as focused. And then also you had the thing, the stuff that's been coming out about Kawhi. He living down in like San Diego,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he have been late to practices and things like that. So I think this is his opportunity to reel that in and get everybody on the same page, and not really be that player's coach that Doc is.
Yeah. They had interviewed Ty Lue about that, man. He kind of touched on a lot of stuff you talking about the leadership, talking about he had to be the leader. And they asked him about the load management. And like you said, Kawhi being, I didn't even know, I think they said Kawhi was using the same helicopter service that Kobe was using to come in from San Diego to practice. And I think he stopped using it kind of around the time when Kobe had passed. And so he was driving in, which is one of the reasons why he was late to practices and stuff,
Yeah.
or not coming to practice at all.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm with you. It's gonna be interesting, man, because like I said in the last video we were together. You know, you're talking about some other teams getting better.
Yeah.
You know, everything's not gonna be standing packed the way it is right now. Teams gonna be making moves.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Golden State Warriors coming back.
Yeah.
So, like you said, Ty Lue has a lot of pressure on his hands right now, man, because, like you said, not only you have the pressure of Ballmer wanting a championship right now because he gave us so much. Then on top of that, you have the two superstars on your team that can leave at the end of this year.
Yeah.
And so, I don't. You know, one thing I was thinking the other day, I don't think Paul George is going to leave. Not because I mean, it's not on his own. He's not going to leave because if you think about it, man, his value fell dramatically after this past playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get the full value. Like, even if they trade Paul George, you're not getting nowhere close to the full value that you got for trading for him.
Yeah.
And so I don't think Paul George. I mean, if they get a nice little something back, I can see it. Like if it's something that they feel like it can add to their chemistry and add to their depth to make their team better, I can see them doing it. But as far as like you think you're gonna get a anything equal to the value of return that you gave up, nah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like I said with Paul George. At this point, you might want to bring him off the bench. It's not a slight to him, just because look at what Nick Van Exel did. Look at what Jason Terry did. Look at Lou Williams. Like there's legitimate stars that come off the bench, and I think that would actually help him be less pressure. He'll be able to come in, play just come in, play his style, and a lot of times he will be one of the better players on the court, with it being the second team. And then, like I said, it's minimized the stress. And then more likely you can still, what a lot of people say is it doesn't really matter who's the starter. It's about who's finishing the game.
That's what they say.
He does have he still has the talent to be one of the finishers in the game. But the big thing is for him to work on affecting the game other than scoring. He has to be able to turn it more to a better passer, crash the boards a little bit better. And then he's a good defender. He's been a great defender. He just has to refocus on that. And because when his shot wasn't falling, he was struggling. So he needs to get out of the mindset that the only thing he's supposed to do is score.
So you're saying he's not James Harden?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just making sure because I mean, he had to reiterate that there. But I'm not James Harden, but you're doing the scoring.
Yeah, but James, look what James did. What was it? That second round, he ended up. I think it was like game 5 or so. He was struggling shooting, and so he started playing defense. Exactly. He started rebounding. He started affecting the game other than scoring.
Yeah, so, James Harden could do that. Come on now.
Exactly.
Like, dude not even known playing defense, and he could do that. I mean, anybody could do it.
Exactly. He refocused and did what he was supposed to do to try to get his team a win.
Exactly. And that, like we said before, what a superstar is supposed to do. Speaking to James Harden, bro. So, actually, before we get to that, there was another coaching move I really want to talk about. Of course, y'all know Stan Van Gundy, not Jeff, because a lot of people think it's Jeff.
Yeah.
Stan Van Gundy, the brother of Jeff Van Gundy, got
Yeah.
hired as the Pelicans' new coach. I'll let you go first on this one, man. I think I got a lot to say about this one.
It's interesting. He
To put it lightly.
how well has he done with big men?
I mean, he done well. It's just that with
because your
Stan
star is the big man.
Stan is a good coach.
Yeah,
like he did good with a healthy Blake Griffin. Remember that was like Blake Griffin's best year.
Yeah.
Of course, he got Dwight to the finals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that part of it, like I'm not saying he's a bad coach. He's not a bad coach. Yeah. It's just that his coaching style starts rubbing people the wrong way after maybe like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Look, he was welcome out in Detroit.
Yeah.
You saw what happened with the whole Dwight Howard thing. Now, granted, Dwight Howard still was kind of immature on his own, but still, you know what I mean? And then look what happened when he was with Miami. You know what I'm saying? The players went to Pat Riley and asked Pat Riley to come down and coach them. You know what I'm saying? And so, that's that was back in 2006. I want to talk about that. But still, though, you know what I mean? Like he has a very old school style to where it's like, remember back in the day in old school, if a coach get in your face, you have to take it.
Yeah.
Players are a little bit more sensitive now, man. You gotta run them a little different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got coaches like Rick Carlisle and Greg Popovich who understand that. You know what I mean? Those guys are very old school coaches. They used to be in your face, and they had to understand, like, man, look, times are changing. I can't be in his face like that. I got to be more of a better communicator with my players. And maybe with Stan being away from the game for a few years, he probably got that. Maybe. I don't know. But just on the surface, I don't like that pickup, man. As far like I said, as far as like him helping Zion them get better, I believe he can do that. It's just like just him as a coach. I just feel like he started running people the wrong way after about 2 or 3 years. I would have liked for maybe like a Kenny Atkinson or somebody to go over there. You know what I'm saying? Kenny Atkinson is a great development coach.
Yeah.
You still got these young players that need development. I know Brandon Ingram was an all-star last year. He had career high across the board, but he can still develop. He's like 12 years old. He can still develop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and of course we already know Zion can develop. I think a coach like that, man, that he's a young coach with as far as like being a young NBA coach, not like young like he's Brad Stevens' age or nothing. Yeah. But like as far as being a young coach, that way he can grow with those players and help them grow and develop. Because I think the problem he had in Brooklyn was just running into those two players that came over there. They're so emotional and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anybody who been in that position is gonna be kicked out over that.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't a bad coach because, like I said, look how good the Nets got. And remember, a lot of people keep forgetting the Nets. A lot of their picks and stuff was still going to Boston.
Yeah.
And so him developing what they brought in, I felt like he would have did that with the Pelicans if he gave him a chance. I think right now he's gonna be I forgot what they're looking at him as an assistant coach for somebody. I forgot.
I was hoping you were going to say Dallas because that would be a nice development coach for Dallas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like Kenny Atkins. You know what I'm saying? I like him. I was saying like I'm surprised the Pelicans didn't go that route. But I guess they felt like, you know what I'm saying, they want a coach that can kind of get them more. I mean, because Kenny Atkins can get you to the playoffs. He got what's name to the playoffs.
And that's without Kyrie or KD.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, like I said, I would have rather it being like Kenny Atkinson or somebody like that. I don't want what's his name? I don't want D'Antoni over there. But I got a feeling that's probably the route they're going. No, I'm sorry, I got Stan Van Gundy. I think that D'Antoni's going to end up being the assistant coach of the Nets under Steve Nash. That's the rumor that's going around right now. But let me ask you this, man. There's 2 openings still open right now. That's the Oklahoma City, and that's the Houston. If you were a coach, which situation?
And Philly, right?
No, remember Philly got Doc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Right. That
okay, well, you know what?
Ago.
What do you think about that Doc pickup? What do you think about the Doc pickup?
I mean, he's a terrible coach, so I think it was a terrible pickup.
You know what, man? I really, because Doc had me fooled last year. He had me fooled when he got the Clippers to the first round. They played their best, had their best season or whatever without any superstars or anything like that.
Yeah.
Then they played Golden State to 6 with
Mm-hmm.
both KD and Clay playing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so that's why I was like, I thought like, okay, maybe Doc is a good coach. Maybe we've just been hard on him. Then this year kind of
Nah.
proved it, man.
Nah.
Because I thought
Nah.
about it too, man. If you think about it, when he was with Boston, Boston didn't just blow the doors off everybody. Remember that on that playoff run, they went to a lot of game sevens
Yeah.
within that run to the championship. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
struggled a little bit. It's just the fact that they had Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Garnett to kind of help them get over the hump a little bit.
Yeah.
So just like with the Clippers this year, they struggled a little bit, but they didn't get over the hump.
Yeah.
And so that's why I always said like I kind of felt like when everybody kept putting Doc in that top 5 category, I was like, I don't know about that one, bro. I
Nah.
don't know about that one.
Nah.
You had 3 Hall of Famers in the peak of their prime, what kind of helped you get, and you only got like 1 championship out of it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I always thought he's maybe like an overrated coach. But
Yes.
yeah, he is, bro. I really feel because I think, man, like I said, I think Philadelphia did it more because of his reputation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he still has that reputation no matter what happened this past season. But I just trying to get Joel and Ben Simmons on the same page, bro. That's gonna be the key right there. I want to know
Yeah.
how is he gonna motivate those guys to do that.
Yeah. But they still got a ton of work. Get those two on the same page, and you got to get shooters. They
Yeah,
don't have any shooters. That
yep.
was their struggle in that playoff. Yeah, Ben not being there, but they didn't have any scorers outside to be
For
able to make
Joel,
it a little
yeah,
bit easier for Joel. So
yeah,
that
because Joel put his
was,
numbers up.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
which we figured he was. So yeah,
Yeah,
he'll be able to eat. Maybe would have been able to pull out a win, but they just got swept out. It
yeah,
was a tragedy.
yeah. Like I said, with the Clippers, with Philly, man, they're gonna be strapped for a while.
Yeah.
They got a lot of money tied into, I think, like 5 people, bro. No, Tobias, yeah, Tobias,
Mm-hmm.
Horford, and Ben and Joel. That's 4
Yeah.
people. They got a
Oof.
lot of money tied into, bro.
It's
And
nasty.
man, like and Horford, with him being up there in age now and his game declining, and with that
Yeah.
contract, those 3
Mm.
things,
Yeah.
3, what camera, 3. It's gonna be really hard to move this guy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Unless you throw in some picks with it, which I don't think they have a lot of picks to just be giving away like that right now.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of people are banking on the fact that um, Tobias had his best season with Doc,
Yeah.
so that's what they're kind of banking on too. So I
Yeah.
mean, we're gonna have to see, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, back to the question I was gonna have. So out of OKC and Houston, if you were a
Mm-hmm.
coach, take your feelings out of it. I know how you feel about both of these teams. Which situation would you want to be in?
OKC.
Yeah.
Because well, with Houston, they gotta find their GM, and then they gotta find their
Oh yeah,
coach,
yeah. You're right.
and then
Yeah.
you have to change up that team just because you don't have a center, you don't have a legit power 4. So that's 2 positions right there that you have to rebuild or pull back into the
And you
system.
have no cap space.
Exactly. And then with OKC, you have your point guard has this massive contract, but he was able to pull you into the playoffs and actually do some work as well.
Yeah.
So you overall your OKC team is young. You have cap space, you have draft picks. You got a bright future. You have a
Yeah.
bright future. Uh, so I think the big thing going into OKC, you have to talk to leadership that it won't be a quick situation. Like get there and boom, hey, 2 years we're going to be in it for the championship. No, this might take about 4 to 5
Right. Right.
years to be able to get to the championship. Because for one thing, you're going to have to wait for LA to go through their cycle. You're going to have to wait for the Mavericks to go through their cycle because
You're gonna wait a
something.
while because Luke is a
Well,
baby, bro.
well, no, but still, like
Yeah.
you still
Nah, I know what you
have
mean.
you have Luca and KP, and then they're talking about a third, so they're going to go through this within a 5 year window. They're going to go through. They're going to hit their cycle.
Yeah.
You have the Clippers might be able to have a 1 maybe 2 year cycle, maybe yeah. You have Miami. it's no telling with them because they're kind of young,
Mm-hmm.
and the way that they play. You have Milwaukee still trying to figure out their way of being able to get it done. So you still have a ton of teams above you, just in both conferences
Right.
above you, but definitely in the West. The West is running deep. So it won't be a quick window, but if you do it right as far as the draft picks, if you get it to where it can be enticing, because it's going to be hard for you to sign a big free agent. You're going to have to
Yeah.
trade for somebody.
Yeah.
And so for them to maintain their draft picks, maintain their cap space, will give them a great opportunity to trade for that big fish.
That's a good point, man. On the I'm with you on the OKC side because with Houston, man, like Tim Fertitta, he's still talking about championship. Like they're still
Yeah,
going for it,
yeah,
and I kind of feel sorry for whatever coach kind of steps in there. It's like, listen, as soon as you step in there, we better win a championship, and not because you have, I think it's more because he's saying, man, look, I spent all this money. We
yeah.
better have a championship. You know what I mean? Because you
At
got
the
so
end
much
of all
money tied
this,
in between two players. Because
hmm
I think next year both Russ and James are gonna be getting paid over 40 million.
Jesus.
Yeah, and Russ still has after next year. I think he still after this year. I think he still has 3 years left on
Whoa.
his.
Yeah.
And so, is that right? Was it two?
Might be two at
I
this
think it's
point.
two. Yeah, I think it's two. Because I think Chris Paul still has three. No, Chris Paul has two.
Uh,
Because it's one or the other. I can't remember which one, but yeah, but still though, next year both of them are gonna be paying 40 something million, man.
Jesus.
Yeah, and so it's crazy, man. Man, I hope my brother-in-law listening, man. I hope he listening. Now, but he's kind of he kind of feels like they need to just rebuild it because that's a
Yeah.
lot. That was a lot of rumors were saying too, man. They were talking about them just going ahead and just start it all over.
Yeah. And
But
that'd be the smart thing to do. But the struggle would be trying to find. You have to try to put together 2 or 3 teams to be able to give to be able to trade off Russ and James like
yeah,
separately. You'll have to find 2 or 3 different teams separately for each of them, just because the cap hit is so big. And then being able to say clean up the cap space, you're going to have to find a team that's willing to take
mm-hmm.
that amount of money, and then give up either players or draft picks for it. And I'm sure they don't want to give up a ton
Right.
for players that's right around 30.
Mm-hmm.
So and for them to be able to get a buffer, that's when you start adding other teams, so the hit wouldn't be as bad.
Right.
So that's what's going to be tough for them. Like the smart thing will be to just tear
Start it all
down.
over.
Yeah, get some draft picks, and because this year,
Salvage whatever you can.
yeah, because especially like this year, the draft class is weak. But
Yeah.
going into next year, you, you should have you should be able to get into a large portion of college basketball so that you'll be able to see the field, being
Yeah.
able to see the one and dones and everyone. So I think that's what's going to be the big thing is for basketball next year, especially for colleges being able to build up the programs again, with this particular draft class being so weak, which is crazy. It's like 2020 didn't give anybody any hope
No.
for anything. It's
Man,
been crazy.
it's funny too because it's like now, man. People talking about, oh man, now they're questioning what could you really get for the number one pick or the number two pick or the number three pick if you decide to trade it. I've
Yeah,
never heard so many rumors of the top five teams talking about trading their picks ever in the draft like this. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And so, like you said, it being a weak draft class, I was listening to I was like, oh, Paul Pierce had made a comment, man. He was saying some off the wall stuff, but he might have had a point on this one.
mm.
This might be that kind of draft class that the best player might not go number one.
Oh yeah,
He was saying this could be like a Giannis class, you know what I'm saying?
going
Where
like number 14.
yeah, where like I think they had put up the graphics showing the like the five best players out of that draft and where they went. You know what I'm saying? Like Rudy Gobert like 27th. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
this he said it's gonna probably be one of those type of draft classes where the best play, it's gonna be the good players gonna be mixed all within the draft. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was telling y'all in the last video with this one, because we didn't get a huge sample size of these players, they're going off of what their projections were. Yeah. Okay, this player was projected to be the 10th, so he's gonna pretty much fall around that area. These three players that they have at the top were projected to be the three best players, so they're gonna stay up there at the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now you're pretty much playing a guessing game with this draft.
Yeah.
And so, man, like I said, I don't know what Houston's gonna do, man, because they don't really have any draft picks. They don't have any cap space. And man, look, I remember, years ago, what for those watching, we're Dallas Maverick fans. I remember years ago, man, we could have been in this situation.
Yeah.
We were trying to get players and we didn't care about the draft picks and all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we were patient enough to see kind of reap the fruits of our labor now. You know what I mean? We got a very, very good young draft pick in Luka, and we kept a few of our draft picks and draft players that were able to be moved for KP. Yeah. So now you're in a better situation now, man. Now you're set for the next 10 years. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you're now going to have the cap space, and you're also going to be attractable enough to bring people in. You know what I'm saying? Now you're hearing rumors of Giannis might want to sign it down, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We didn't have that before. And so now like I said, with Houston, man, with their owner, man, their owner is very demanding, very in your face. And I want results right now. He's not a Mark Cuban who's kind of patient and he knows. Well, see, Mark, you've been in the game a while too. Yeah, he wasn't like that at first. You know what I mean?
And with Mark, he's been with the Mavericks for 21 years now, 99, right?
Yeah, 99. Yeah.
So 21 years, and he's only had 3 head coaches. One of the coaches was already on the team, right? And then there was Avery. Yep. Yeah, and then boom, Rick's been there ever since. So it's been, which has been a good thing. And then he's had the same GM the whole time too, being Donnie. So that's just keeping consistency. We've had the down years, but I think the big thing for that was the fact that we had Dirk for so long. Yeah, which it does help to have a star.
He's definitely a mistake eraser.
Exactly. So it does make it a little bit easier on our side as far as saying consistency. But I think that's what Houston's going to have to do. I think they're going to have to go young as far as the
break it all down.
Yeah. So I'm saying like GM and coach too. They're going to have to get a younger GM than normal, and maybe a younger coach. I'm saying basically somebody that's probably like early 40s, basically, to be a late 30s, early 40s to be to bring in as a coach.
You know what? Would you go to college route
for a while?
Would you go to college route like a Jay Wright, somebody like that?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would, because I think at this point you have to. Yeah, because if you're going to tear it up, you're going to trade off James and Russ. And you're going to go young, you're going to have a coach that can teach as well. And college coaches have to, typically you would expect a college coach to do a lot of teaching to be able to get through it. And so I think that's going to be huge, is just go young, being able to get it done.
Because, see, that you can go 2 different directions. If they decide to stay, they're going to need a veteran coach.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing that Van Gundy's out, for what I'm hearing.
Goodness.
Yeah, I'm hearing he's out. Like you said, and if you if you talking about blowing it up, go get a Kenny Atkinson, somebody like that, man. That way he can, like I said, he can develop the players and help the program grow. But it's like you said, it's gonna depend on the GM, because also not just as far as the coach deciding what kind of coach, depending on the players, it's gonna be the kind of GM you decide to get depending on how you want to build it.
Yeah.
If you want a GM that you want to get in here to just add on to what you got now, you go get a veteran, general manager. If you want a general manager that's known for building up programs, then, you know what I'm saying, if you talking about, just clearing the board, you know what I'm saying, with everybody's on sale, then, you will get a GM, you know what I'm saying, that's known for, like what the Pelicans did. Pelicans got a GM like David Griffin,
Mhm.
who was on both sides of those coins. Like he put a team together and he helped build on to a team, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, that won a championship or whatever. And so if you want to go that route, yeah, you do something like that. Like a Sam Presti or somebody like that. He's a guy who been on a team that you add on. Now he's on with OKC, where he's done it on multiple occasions where he drafted, Kevin Durant and Westbrook and Harden, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's gonna be the key. It's like what direction do y'all want to go? You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And so I'm not really big on the GMs out there like that who they could get. I don't know about that, but like I said, as far as if they want to go young, I say get somebody like a Kenny Atkinson who could develop those players. Y'all decide to get rid of Harden and Westbrook, because I
Yeah.
think there's rumors right now that New York want Westbrook. I don't know
Uh,
why. Well, I know why, because they're New York and they're
yeah.
desperate.
They need talent.
Yeah, they just want to fill seats. They don't care about winning.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, let me turn the page. To speaking of players, I guess you heard about the NBA 2K ratings came out, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get your opinion on a few of these things, man.
Okay.
On a few of these players, and you just gonna I'm gonna tell you the ratings. You to let me know if that's too high or too low, and then you want to tell me why.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna start with the first one. Donovan Mitchell is an 88.
I would have. I would have bumped him up to 90.
Yeah, I was just thinking
That
that. Yeah,
what he did in the playoffs, yeah, they end up losing
in
in the
seven,
first round. But
a
yeah,
close seven. It wasn't no blowout seven. It was a close seven.
exactly like that, because he was putting up numbers in
Yeah,
that run. Like, yeah, I would have gave him a nice 90. Like, that was some serious. That you got to give. I think just it was just 7 games, yeah,
yeah,
but it's a playoff 7 in a bubble.
yeah.
Like, you
And he
just
put up
they
250 pieces.
exactly, like, I think they should have been 90.
Okay, the next player I'm gonna say for last. All right, so Devin Booker's an 88.
Did they not see
Yeah,
that 8 game?
exactly, bro. Exactly.
Like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
that 8 is he, like, for him not even making the playoffs. That would have been 90-91 right there. Cause my God, he
yeah.
put up numbers. Like, I don't. I think the right thing for the NBA would have been to at least let them do a play in as well. You won all of your games,
Yeah,
like, and this you sit up have an opportunity. I think it just would have been the right thing. Hey, all right, we give you this one, and we'll see where to go between you and this other squad, and then you do that one play in, and then they do their play in for the 8 seed.
hmm.
But yeah, I definitely would have put him 90-91.
Not gonna lie, I wanted to see Portland and Phoenix play each other for that play-in.
Yeah, that would
That
have been
would have been off the
fun.
chain.
That would
Like
have
you
been
talk about two of the
fun.
hottest players in the bubble, man.
Exactly.
That would have been so. All right, got next we got Klay Thompson is at 89.
Eh, I mean,
You got to factor in the injury
yeah.
too.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. It's like, I mean, when he's playing, that's like he's right around there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been hurt. So yeah, I wouldn't drop him just because of injury. So yeah, I think that's a good spot for him.
All right, Jason Tatum is a 90.
So that's good for him
Yeah.
because he plays two different. You have the Taper Tatum, where he's one of the best players in the league, and then the too much hair Tatum when he's wilding out.
Yeah,
So
I agree. That's like right around. That's right around where he should be at.
yeah, so that's to me that's a perfect range for him right there.
This next one, man. Yeah, I know how I feel about this guy. Kyrie Irving is a 90.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he should have been 88.
Yeah, I
I'm just
wouldn't.
not. I'm sorry for anybody watching, man. I'm not a huge Kyrie fan. I just think he's overrated. Like, I'm not saying he's not talented. When I say overrated, I'm not saying he's trash. I'm just saying, like, I don't think he's up there with some of those players that everybody kind of feels like can. Like, I feel like Damian Lillard is better than him. I feel like
Yeah,
Tatum is better than him. Klay Thompson, Devin Booker. You know what I'm saying? Because Devin Booker
yeah,
didn't play with as much talent as he's played in his career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like the dude just goes in there and score. I feel like he's more of a headache than anything. Like he plays point guard, but he's not a point guard. He doesn't make
Yeah.
anybody better. And
Yeah.
y'all have heard me talk about the example of him in Boston and him not in Boston. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or matter of fact, him in Boston when he played and him in Boston when he didn't play. He just
Yeah.
goes to that example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's a great player like that, man. Like I said, very talented, but he does not make anybody better, man. In
Yeah.
my opinion. But yeah, I think that's too high for him. I think he's probably like an 88.
Yeah. I give him. He said he's a 90.
Yeah, 90. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have dropped him down to 89. I would have gave him a 90.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, man. It's gonna be interesting. So Jimmy Butler's a 93.
That might be too low.
Oh man. Okay.
I probably would have bumped him up to like 94, 95. Like,
Okay.
yeah, he's not like your heavy scorer, but
Yeah,
he when you talk about someone that affects the game, he
bruh.
does that. He gives you those rebounds, offensive, defensive. He plays the defense. He'll give you a smooth 20-25. So, like I said, he's not a world beater when it comes to scoring, even though
Right.
he did put up points in his run a few times. But for him, like when he was locked in, I got to get him that 94, 95 because dude works. Like, he's I like his game. I wanted him in Dallas before he ended up going to Miami. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a fan. But I would have gave him a 94, 95.
But you know what? I told the guy this because his reputation is he don't get along with teammates and all that sort of stuff. And I told him, I said, man, but listen, you cannot deny that every team this dude has been on has been better.
Yeah,
because of him. You can't deny that. That's a fact.
Exactly.
Chicago, look what happened to them when he left.
Yep. Look
at Minnesota. They were in the 4th seed before he got hurt. Remember when he got hurt?
Yep.
Started losing, and when he came back, he got them to that 8th seed. Yep. Like they were like, I think they felt like 9 or something like that. He got them back to the 8th seed to the playoffs.
Yep.
What happened to them after he left?
Nothing.
No one. Philadelphia.
Yep.
Really, if you think about
Fell
it,
off.
Yeah. Look, if you think about it, they should have really been in the Eastern Conference Finals if it wasn't for that lucky bounce that Kawhi had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, every team, and look what happened with Miami this year.
Yep.
Every team this dude has been on, bro, he's made them better. That's a fact. You can't deny that. I don't care if you don't like him and none of that. That's a fact.
Yep.
And so I'm with you. I think 93 is about right. Because I feel like they gave him that 93 too, based off of not only his impact on the team,
yeah,
but what he did in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I don't understand why they didn't get Devin Booker, because Devin Booker was hot.
Exactly.
90, bro. Get that boy a 90. Exactly. Even 90. All right, man. You gonna like this one next? Got Luka at 94.
Yeah, that's a good spot for him.
Yeah, when I saw it, I said that's perfect right there. We'll take that. We'll take a 94. We'll take a 94.
Because most of, a good portion of the time he will be the best player on the court. Just depending upon the team they're going against. Being able to affect the game, not defensively, but he does your rebounding, your assists, setting up the offense. And he's actually been putting in more work on the defensive side, being able to get his legs moving. So he's getting better on the defensive side of the ball. But 94 is good for him. It's nothing outrageous. It's not too low, not too high. I think it's right.
You know what? Let me say something about the whole defense thing, man, because I always hear people talk about certain people can't play defense and this and that and this. Kawhi Leonard is supposed to be considered the best defender in the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
But wasn't Luka cooking him like a flapjack in the stove?
Barbecue chicken.
So, but he's considered a great defender.
Yeah.
So I don't understand when people say, "Oh, he don't play no defense." Like, who plays defense? I'm not saying that nobody will play defense, but I mean, for you to sit here, nobody's locking anybody up.
Nah, not now.
That's not in this game, not in this day and age. Nobody's locking you. Like I said, if Luka made Kawhi Leonard and Paul George look like Trae Young on defense,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, like I said, come on, man. Like, if he would sit there and say that stuff, man, like he definitely does move his feet and he does try on defense. It's not like what James Harden doing the last 5 years where he just completely wasn't trying.
And that's all I would ask for is for you to work hard on your defense. Make sure that you have your hands up at when you're supposed to.
Yeah.
You're not jumping into the players. You're not just giving them a open lane to the basket.
Yeah.
Just stay in front, keep your legs moving, have your hands moving around, trying to strip the ball if need
Which he
be.
does that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
he
So
does
that's what
that.
I'm saying. Like, it's not
Now, for
amazing, but
example,
he does it.
Trey Young defense does hurt his team, which is why they didn't win a lot of games.
Yeah,
Like with Luka, his defense doesn't hurt the team. If
yeah,
anything, he's a positive net rating whenever he's on the court.
yeah,
So that's what I'm saying. Like that's why when people talk about how you playing on defense, like yeah, because he's not known for being a lockdown defender like Kawhi Leonard doesn't mean he don't play defense.
yeah.
It's like now you're basing it off the stereotype that ESPN or somebody's giving. Like, oh, he's European and he don't play no defense. Like, do
Yeah.
you actually watch the games?
Exactly.
Like, come on,
Exactly.
man.
Like, if you actually watch your see, he's actually moving around. He
Exactly.
has active hands. Like, that's
Like,
the
yeah,
basis of starting a good defense.
that always gets me, bro. But yeah, let's see. The next one, I think Jay would like this one. Damian Lillard is a 95.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean, you saw what he did in the playoffs before his injury. Yeah, I like that.
Okay. So we got another one. Got this is interesting. Kevin Durant's a 95.
Yeah, because I don't. My thing is not to knock the player
During
rating
injury.
down. Yeah, for injury time. What were they playing like at the time of the injury? He was one of the greatest players in the game.
So you think that's too low? Or is it
No,
right? Or is it right
I
because
think
of
it's
the injury?
right. I think it's right. I think
Okay.
it's right. Right there. Because it has been a while since he's played, so you know that it won't be the same him back on the court. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I think it's overall, I think it's good because once he gets back, it's going to bump back up to like 97, 98.
Yeah. So next we got Stephen Curry. He's a 95.
95.
Same thing, kind of
Yeah,
like with Durant.
injury. Yeah. Best play, one of the best players in the game before the injury. Yeah.
All right, we got James Harden is a 96.
That's mainly offensive. I can't knock him for being 96. He knows how to play the game, especially on the offensive side. He knows how to play the referees. I mean,
Yeah, definitely know how to do that.
it is what it is.
I'm still confused by that. Like, how do the referees still fall for that, bro?
Yeah.
Well, after a while, like you just letting it happen now. Like you're not getting tricked no more. You letting it happen. Well, it'd be so many like coaches and like organizations, like you know how like Mark Cuban does. He send those tapes in, and it's showing like, look, bro, he's grabbing the arm and flinging the head back and all that other stuff. Like, now you're making it a choice to let him get away with that stuff now.
Well, they let him get away with it in the regular season, and then they stopped calling it in the playoffs. And he doesn't know what to do. That's when you start to see his point total drop. He's not scoring as many baskets because he's not getting to the bucket. Drop. Yeah. Yep. So that's why it's like, we'll let you get the regular season, but I think it's to the point where they could call a lot of it offensive, but they don't want to make the game worse. Because he's better. The game is better with him on the court than him off the court. So if you put him in foul trouble or throughout the 82 game season, you make the game look worse. But for a playoff run, you make him work for it now. So I think that's what you want to do is, okay, it's just a regular season. That's whatever. Hit this playoff time, we're not going to give you these.
You're not shooting 15 free throws, bro.
Exactly. Like even AD, his free throw total went down. And he's an inside player a lot of times. So it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, man. Next we got Anthony Davis at 96.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Yeah. I was hoping he would have. What was that? Game 5 and 6. I was hoping he would have put in more work to put in to push for that.
I thought man, I ain't gonna lie to you. When LeBron came out, was it game 3 and 4 and did his thing? I'm with you. I was like, okay, I can see. That's when everybody started talking about who's gonna be the MVP and is it gonna be Anthony Davis? I was like, man, I can see Anthony Davis kind of like, man, I want that MVP. Let me
Yeah,
step my game up. But LeBron like, nah, I
yeah.
got this. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and that's I was just watching it. It's like, all right, AD, this is the moment. This
Yeah,
is like it was the it would be like it was a close game, and they're just working. I say, all right, AD, this is when you need to take over the game and put your step on. Hey, I want this this Finals MVP. Hey, this is mine. And he just with for the most part, I felt like he gets wicked emotions. He I mean, he played good,
yeah, he
but
played good.
he didn't take it to the next level that I was hoping for. But I could
He put up
see that.
he put up an average 20 point double double, like 20
Yeah,
something point double double, like
yeah,
27, yeah,
something simple.
12. Like, all right, let's see. Next we got, and this is interesting right here, man. We got Giannis is a 97. I think
Eh,
there's more because of the MVP.
I think it's a combination. Yeah, MVP, defensive MVP,
Oh yeah, yeah,
defensive player of the year. But then, yeah, there's more defensive side of the ball. Kind of like how James was offensive side of the ball. Giannis is defensive side of the ball. So I think that's where a lot of their rating comes from. So I'm not mad at it. Got the MVP, got the defensive player of the year. He is by far one of the best players in the league. So
right.
you wouldn't have him around at 90 just because he struggles shooting the three or just shooting the ball.
Shoot the
So
ball, yeah.
yeah,
All right, man. Then we got the king of all kings over here, LeBron James at 98.
yep, highest rating. I mean,
Man, you got a lot of
that's
people mad, bro. He not 99, bro.
I mean is I wouldn't. I mean I get it. I wouldn't. I don't think he should have a 99 personally.
I
I
think
think
he's
it's
perfect where
98.
he at, man.
Yeah,
98 is
that's what I'm
good.
saying. Like
Yeah.
I was trying to think of like why he should have 99. It's like,
I think a
no,
lot of
I
people
think
saying 99 because just make it, that's at the highest you can go or whatever. Like just go ahead,
yeah,
give him that one little
yeah.
point or whatever. I
I
think it's
guess
more
it
for
kind
that
of
reason, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Then just like, oh, he deserves 99. Like, look, come on, man. 98, just give him 99. Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's more for that reason. All right, bro. So what's that, go ahead.
I was just saying they're probably thinking of it kind of like what Madden does.
Yeah.
Madden probably has about 499 players,
Mm,
and then they celebrate the 99, give them boxes and things like that. So that's probably what they're thinking. It's like he's one of the best players, so go ahead, drop that 99 on him, give him that the 99 box. So I mean, 98 is perfect for him.
yeah, I agree. So we got this last one. I saved it for last, bro, because there's a topic to it. So Paul George is a 88.
That's too
And I
high.
know you probably heard some of the comments he made about him being an 88, kind of complaining about it and this and that and this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's been going around the interwebs,
Yeah.
bruh. This dude here, man. I don't get Paul George, man. Bruh, you just keep burying yourself deeper and deeper. Listen, do you not understand what you just did in the playoffs?
I I think he's just in denial.
Oh,
I
you think
I
so?
well, I not think, but no, yeah, he's in denial. But I think it's just for the for an athlete. They're they're in the mindset of being one of the best, or being the best. There's nobody better. So for him, seeing the rating that's not a 90, it's just a. So for him, he probably sees that as a slap to the face. It's below 90. I'm one of the best players in the league, so I think that's the primary thing. But I mean, the first thing that Ty Lue needs to do is show him game tape. Like,
Yeah,
bruh,
exactly. Oh, you
bruh,
you want to know why you were 88, huh? Come here, let me say something real quick.
exactly. Like, it'll be all bad.
Matter of fact,
Like,
let me just show you just round one. You ain't gotta show you. Ain't gotta show you no other round. Let me just show you round one. Like, bro,
exactly.
I need you to focus on basketball. Don't worry about 2K. Because see, that's two things you gotta understand with him with this whole situation. One with 2K, your rating can go up depending on how you play in the season. You're
Yeah,
starting off at an 88, but if you
yeah.
play good throughout the season, it can go up.
Doop, doop, doop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Depending on how you playing, it affects your, what I'm saying, goes up and
yeah,
down or whatever.
yeah.
And then two, bro, come on, man.
Exactly.
Did you not just witness how you played in the playoffs? Like, come on. Like a lot
Like
of them got a
they
lot to do with your playoff game, bro. Like if
they were
you
being nice, stopping at
exactly
88.
like I mean Amin on the jump on ESPN kind of said like, listen, bro. He said I understand if Giannis start complaining or LeBron start complaining or Anthony Davis start complaining about their ratings and stuff, bro. You need to be quiet.
Yeah,
Be quiet. Stay off
be
of social
thankful.
media. Go work on your game, bro. Okay, you don't need to be focusing on no 2K. That's the last thing you need to be focusing on right now. And I'm just like, bro, when I heard that, I was like, are you serious right now?
Yeah,
Like, if people go in on you on the internet, bro, that's your fault.
yeah,
Stay off the internet, bro. You just had one of the worst season playoff runs I ever seen for a quote unquote superstar in my life, bro.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
come on, man. I'm just like, and all that stuff they gave up for you, man, and you—that's what you go do. You go lay an egg like that, like, man, bro.
Yeah,
Just
several eggs.
several eggs, bro. I got a whole carton in there because of him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
bro, like just stay off the internet. Just stay off the internet and go focus on your game. That's what you need to be focusing on, not on 2K. That's not important.
Facts.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got, man. Did you have anything you want to bring up?
No, that was for NBA news wise. That was everything that I would be up on. But it was. I'm looking forward to it. I do hope they do push back the season though, at least by a week. But then that's when it's the bowl series for college. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
a ton of things happening. So I mean, I get why they want to start at December, like you said. The teams that hadn't played in a long time. So that's what's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Because if you think about it too, man. So we about to be in November.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like next week.
Yeah,
And so the draft starts in the draft is November 18th. That means like once the draft starts and y'all talking about starting like say in Christmas, that
mm-hmm.
means you got like 2 weeks to get ready for the draft. Draftees got to get ready for the training camp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No
And
summer
so
league.
yeah, you got to get ready for training camp, and then you got the free agency.
Mm-hmm.
So like as if once they sound the dotted line, hey, you got to go report as soon as you sound
Yeah,
the dotted line. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And
Like
so
it's
like I said,
condensed.
yeah. So that's why I was like, man, maybe they need to push it back to mid January. But I see why they're trying to do it. Is money wise, because they're trying to recoup as much money as they can because it doesn't look like the
Mm-hmm.
fans are going to be in the stands. Because I
Yeah,
thought that they were going to probably do like the NFL is doing, where you have limited fans or whatever.
yeah,
But I guess that's not the case.
yeah.
Um, let me ask you something about that though. So with the limited fans being there, are the tickets more because of that?
I would expect so.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
But it's hard to tell because the World Series is going on here in
And yeah,
Arlington,
yeah.
and the those tickets are like 900 a pop.
I'm
So
sorry.
it's like
Sorry, let me just
it's
say what now?
like 900 a pop. So it's like a combination. It's like yes, the World Series, but then
Yeah,
also is it pandemic pricing or just regular
yeah.
pricing?
You know, what I'm saying
So
they got to
it's
make up for that because I think I was listening to them on the jump the other day. They were talking about that like the concession stands, ticket prices, and all that, parking, all that. They said that takes up I think they said like 35% of the revenue.
yeah,
So that's a nice little chunk.
Jesus,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's 1/3 of the chunk, bro. So
yeah,
I'm just like, I don't know.
yeah.
Like
So,
I was thinking like maybe they, instead of that the ticket being $50, is it now like 80 or $90?
yeah,
It's nosebleed instead of nosebleed being like $10, that joker like $30 now. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so I was kind of wondering that. I didn't know if that's how they do it. I know in football, they can. But baseball, what they doing? Can you go to a game in baseball? I don't remember.
The I think trying to remember. No, I think they kept it closed up until the playoff time.
To the playoffs? Okay.
Yeah, because I know you can go. Yeah, I think that's when you could start going out to see the games. Was once they hit playoffs,
Okay.
especially here in Texas. So
Okay. Yeah,
I think
I was
that was the
wondering.
main
I
thing.
didn't know if that was the case or whatever.
Yeah, because I think you can go to you can go to the football games, but yeah, you couldn't go to the baseball games or across the board up until uh, the playoffs.
Okay.
And I think that's part of why they wanted it here in Dallas
Because we
was
can't go to the
because
games.
Well, yeah, a combination of being able to go to the games and you have a brand new stadium. They want it to receive some type
Oh,
of money
I'm about to say
overall.
that, and the mystique of it, like ooh, stadium.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't think they deserve that stadium, but that's a different topic.
That's for another day. I think that was more for the reason because of the elements and everything, because it gets to
Yeah,
100 some degrees out here in Texas in the summertime. That's an
yeah,
average.
yeah, yeah,
So we've always their ticket sales and stuff like that start dropping in the summertime.
yeah,
And trust, I've
yeah.
been to a bunch of Ranger games, bro, in the summer. It is not fun, bro.
At
Not
all.
fun.
It's all bad.
Yes. And so they just kind of, I know they've been flirting with that for a long time, was having like a little
Mm,
roof or something on there, man, for the summer and
yeah,
stuff. So they finally got it.
yeah, yep.
But yeah, man, I think that'll do it for us, man. Got some
Yeah.
we got some NBA talk in. There's always a bunch of that going on, especially
Oh
with
yeah.
the news that just dropped. So the NBA might be coming a little bit sooner than we think.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, guys, for guys that's watching this video, please, 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 pretty, please, I'm begging y'all to like and subscribe to the channel, please.
Hit that bell, get that notification.
Please hit that bell too for notification for whenever any one of us drop a video. My cuz here, he has his own show with my boy Jay, the Jay and Will show. Yeah, go ahead, tune in to them, check them out on the channel.
Yeah.
And like I said, guys, we'll bring you more content. Just go ahead and hit that notification bell and like and subscribe to the channel. And I'm Real. That's my kin for Will. And with
What
that being
up?
said, we be out this piece.